Crowder.
We got action.
Our bad luck streak in championships, in finals, are over.
We got the cheat code, man.
The cheat code.
That dude is good, bro.
And you're talking about Drake Callender, right? Our goalkeeper?
He was good.
Put the Callender statue up next to the Wendy's right now on Commercial Boulevard. Right now!
There's one statue that needs to go up first, though, baby. That little bitty fella.
Yeah,
Goodness
man.
gracious.
What a bleeping game, bro. What a game. So, Leagues Cup final, though. I think that's the biggest story today, right? I don't think there's any question. Right, Jimmy? Nope. You would agree that's the biggest story today?
100%.
Okay. Other than your weekend at Flying Squirrel, which we'll get to also. Did you see Messi's goal? I know you were at the concert on Friday. I don't know what your day was like Saturday, but did you see Messi's goal? The goal that he scored? Because it was, I've been telling you, a golazo.
Yeah. And the announcer predicted it too. He's like, uh-oh. And then once he went through, he shot it, made it in.
Crowder, it's Messi's, it's his signature play. I mean, the guy can score from all over the field, we know. But him collecting the ball outside the 18-yard box, which is the big box where the goalkeeper is inside, making his way to his left, getting around a defender, and just perfectly placing it into that far corner where the goalkeeper can't reach it. It is his signature play. If you look up Messi highlights, you'll see more goals of him simulating that than anything else that he's able to do, and it was so perfect. Again, they've scored the first goal in every single game that he started, and then to do that again, but it was a close game. How about Leo Campana? You heard it there in the montage. At the very end of the game, a one-on-one with the keeper. It's in stoppage time. That would have ended the game. It did end the game after he missed it. For him to try to chip the keeper there, I mean, you want to talk about having balls, huevos? For him to chip the keeper there and then chase it down, like it ended up being a disaster. A disaster.
One more step, he would have had it.
A disaster. Would have
been beautiful.
Man.
And why didn't you say the upper 90?
It was the upper 90. Look at you.
I know. You try to limit my soccer knowledge and verbiage. It's the upper 90, and he bent it like he usually bends it in the upper 90. They talked about it a lot on ESPN today. I listen well. No, man, that dude is crazy good. I told him we were talking about off air, bro. It's cheating. I'm gonna tell it's cheating. I'm starting to feel sorry for Nashville and Orlando and them guys. It is cheating to have Messi on your team in this league.
You almost scored
7-0.
7
straight games. I saw something where the 7 games before that, their goal differential was -14. In his 7 games, it's +14. In 7 games, this damn man swung the goal differential 28 goals. Like, bro, he's not supposed to be playing with these kids. I need when you're playing like 11U football, you got to bring your birth certificate. I need to see Messi's birth certificate or something. He should not be playing with these children.
I am 12.
I am 12. He should not be playing with them.
It's why I laughed. No joke. It's why I laughed. When Messi was confirmed he was coming here, and we talked about it with a bunch of people, we just talked about it in general, you had asked me, Solana, what is this going to be like? Is it LeBron going to play in China? Is it LeBron going to play in Spain? Whatever. And I laughed at the idea of people saying, well, he's no longer the player he was, and he's going to come here, and the talent around him isn't going to be good enough, and he's not going to be as effective as he was elsewhere. And to me, I laughed because the MLS pales in comparison to the leagues he was playing, and certainly the French league that he was playing with an all-star team in PSG, and then La Liga, where he spent his entire career up until the last 2 seasons. It pales in comparison. The dude just won a World Cup. He beat the defending champion French national team in the World Cup final, one of the greatest World Cup finals we've ever seen. The idea that he was going to come here, team up with 2 other top-level talents, despite being at the back end of their careers, and not be able to be effective. But I still think, with all that being said, they've exceeded expectations by a long measure, measure, because had we talked about best-case scenario winning Leagues Cup, that would have been up there. It's not just winning Leagues Cup, it's the way they've done it. Dominate opponents, and even when they don't dominate opponents, you saw how they're able to constantly just figure things out. But he's had a moment of brilliance in every single game that he's played in. And to me, that's better than winning Leagues Cup. The fact that he's captured the attention of the entire sports world, especially here in the United States. Like, every single game he's played in, there's a highlight where you could take that highlight and say, wow. Like, that's why it's such a big deal this dude's here.
And another thing I was concerned with or questioning was the other guys stepping up. Where is it going to be Messi, playing, one on everybody? No, he didn't take all those penalties. I mean, all those, the extra time kick, whatever the hell they're called, not penalty kicks. He doesn't play goalkeeper either.
Yeah.
That man made some amazing saves throughout the game. That's what I'm saying. Like, I asked that of a number of people. Is he going to be upset by playing with his teammates now that he's not on PSG? He's not in La Liga. He's taking their level up. And that's what we talk about with the greats. The BJ Armstrongs with Jordan and Tony Kukoc, you know what I'm saying? LeBron, and we know some guy, Vucevic, whatever his name is, the little dude that played with him. There's guys that we know their name because of great players. We know some of the guys on Inter Miami because Messi is taking their game up to another level.
It's Norris Cole with the Miami Heat. When he was with the Big Three,
exactly. Norris
Cole was a very good role player. After LeBron James left, I don't know. I think Norris Cole's doing a podcast. I mean,
your boy. If Mario Chalmers never played with LeBron, he would be the guy that hit shots at Kansas.
Why do you do that? Don't. We're not talking about the greatest point guard in Heat history here. Why do you do that?
The guy that used to hit big shots at Kansas would be his name.
It was an unbelievable match. And then you mentioned the goalkeeper, Drake Callender. So prior to Messi's arrival, despite Inter Miami being bottom of the table in the Eastern Conference, couldn't win games, most people had the goalkeeper, Callender, as the MVP of the team. They're losing, but not because of their goalkeeper. And he had been playing, for the most part, really solid throughout the entire MLS regular season. It was really cool to see him get that moment. Do you like what we witnessed? I want people to understand, especially Crowder, somebody like you that isn't really in tune with soccer, the idea that a final goes into penalty shootout and it gets down to the goalkeepers, which are the last two eligible players to kick. And then after that, it resets. That doesn't happen. Like, I can only think of a handful of times I've ever seen that, where it gets down to the 11th kick in a penalty kick shootout. And then for the goalkeeper to make it and then stop the opposition's goalkeeper's penalty, like, bro, that is the hardest flex a goalkeeper can ever have in a soccer game at that level. It is the hardest flex. And for him to finally have that moment, because, Messi gets here, kind of overshadows everybody else, as you were mentioning, but for him to get his flowers. And then I had tweeted out, it was really cool to see David Beckham, like the emotion he was celebrating with Jorge Mas on the field, pretty much the entire brass. Even before the celebration, they get down to the field. The entire team embraces them. We had talked about, like, they needed to catch a break, right? They finally got the stadium rights. Well, it's not even being built yet. They finally get Messi and they go to introduce him, and there's a bleeping monsoon that wipes out the entire stadium. Like, these people could never catch a break, and they caught something better than a break. Their first cup title, and they've captivated the entire United States with Lionel Messi. So to me, it was just a really cool scene to see not only Messi, but the entire brass kind of finally get to celebrate with this organization.
They went from the laughingstock, and I know you didn't want to go too far, but I see what you're getting at. They went from the laughingstock of MLS to the best team in MLS in a month and a half, 2 months. That's what Messi brought here. And David Beckham, Jorge Mas, they try hard. I know they have a lot of politic crap to do.
Yeah.
Messi transitioned this team to the face of a league in 2 months. It's one of the most amazing. I know soccer's not huge here. I know, like, I see how excited you get. I know Witty's coming on, like, just talking to y'all with y'all's energy. This is one of the most amazing things I've seen in a sports team in a long time, maybe my damn life, adding, well, you can't say one player. Messi's the main one. I know they added a coach and, another star who has a funny name. But Messi did this, bro. Trust me. No Messi, this doesn't happen.
Oh, I'm with you. 100%. Somebody texts in, Messi in the MLS is like Tony Gonzalez being covered by Channing Crowder.
You know what? Tony had 7 catches for 80 yards in the first half on me one time.
Yeah, but that's all
My
year.
man hit it right. Don't play the ch-ch-ch-ch-bing no more. He hit it on the head. It's exactly what it is.
That was Yermai Bell. He didn't give you any of that safety help, bro. He didn't give you any of that safety help.